Let's move on. 1 p.m. Eastern. Carolina Panthers 6-10, 1-6 on the road at New Orleans Saints, 7-9, 4-4 at home at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. We'll start with the line history here in this one. We have these Saints opening up as 5-point favorites. That's down to 3.5. From a total perspective, opened up at 39.5 and it shot up to 41.5. Cash flow wise, 3,092 tickets and 68% of tickets. We don't have a cash flow. 68% of tickets, though, are on Carolina. We've seen it drop to 3.5. 63% of tickets, 96% of cash on the over, and we see that move up to 41.5. Panthers officially eliminated from the playoffs after their 30-24 loss at Tampa. Darnold, 23 of 37, 341 yards, 3 touchdowns and a pick. He also ran 5 times for 20 yards, lost 2 fumbles. DJ Moore caught 6 passes for 117 yards and a touchdown. Shai Smith got 4 for 70 and a touchdown. Running game struggled. Foreman and Hubbard combined to run 16 times for 47 yards. Panthers led 21-10 early in the fourth quarter, but couldn't hold on. Defense couldn't stop the big plays. Really, really missed J.C. Horn. We already discussed that. C.J. Henderson simply could not stop Mike Evans. Mike Evans went for 207 yards, 3 touchdowns. Bucks racked up 411 yards through the air. But the Bucks still, 1-3 in the red zone, 4-15 on third down. The Panthers pass rush had 3 sacks, 8 quarterback hits. Saints coming off their most impressive win of the season, 2010 at the Eagles. With the Buccaneers win over the Panthers, Saints were eliminated from playoff contention. Andy Dalton, 18 and 22, 204 yards and a pick. Raheed Shaheed caught 6 for 79. Juwan Johnson, 5 for 62. Kamara ran 16 times for 74 yards. And Taysom Hill had another good game, running 14 times for 46 yards and a touchdown. The Saints held the ball for 37 minutes and 4 seconds. And that's what you have to do to win against these top teams. You have to have the ball the whole time as much as possible. The defense was excellent. They sacked Minshew 6 times, hit him 9 times, held the Eagles to just 11 first downs. The Eagles were 3 of 12 on third down, 0 appearances in the red zone. Marshawn Lattimore finally back. God, what a difference maker he is. If he didn't miss 10 games, this team probably is winning their division. He returned an interception 12 yards to the house, and Ryan Ramczyk suffered a hip injury. He's had dealing with injuries all year long. Andy, take it away. Panthers, Saints at the Superdome.
Yeah, numbers say bet the Panthers, but considering they're both out of the playoffs, nothing to play for, it makes it a lot tougher to just trust your numbers, trust your raw power numbers on there with the motivation angles. That said, you've got, and I'm checking, I can't remember if Darnold, since he was traded, you still have the 5th-year option, which I don't think you'd take. Like it was exercised, but I'm not so sure that how that all works with contract. I think Darnold may just be under contract again. No, this was his 5th-year option this year. So 2022 was the 5th-year option. So you have 2 quarterbacks that are not under contract for next season because Dalton did sign a 1-year when he came to New Orleans. So both of these quarterbacks have a lot to play for because they are not guaranteed these starting jobs next season. Neither of these teams, I think, would be excited about them having the starting jobs, but they're auditioning to find a spot somewhere else, even as if a backup or getting a spot in camp to compete for a starting spot in a place like Seattle or Houston or Lord knows what. So the quarterbacks have a ton to play for. The Panthers defense has a lot to play for. They've been great. Even with Horn out, like the pass rush really got after it. Both these pass rush looks great. This is actually another under I'm betting. And I know I've been on a lot of unders at the end of the season, but it's just kind of the nature of what's going on here. Like this Saints defense is actually sort of legit like right now. And so are the Panthers, even missing Horn. I don't think the Saints are over the top team that's just going to scorch the Panthers just, because they're missing a cornerback. It's a spot where, and this is not my favorite look at all, but 2 defenses in a game with, no consequences for anybody. These do kind of turn into either I lose this by like 40 points or this game is really bad, like I'm expecting it to be. And I think it is really bad more times than not. Because I can say all I want about, hey, this is auditions for Sam Darnold and Andy Dalton. They're still Sam Darnold and Andy Dalton. They're still not good quarterbacks. It's not like they automatically just get to be great. And right now, the Saints are a top 5 coverage unit over like the second half of the season. And really the Panthers have been pretty good for most of the season. So like the defenses here, took an under.
We can get you under 41.5, a minus 109 available at Pinnacle right now for Andy Molitor, star of BetSports and the Deep Dive podcast.
Maybe I didn't think I was going to have very many bets this week, Jimmy. I'm probably making mistakes, but
I'm trying so hard. I can feel my palms sweating. I've had a great. Oh well, it's over now, 2023, but 2022 is excellent, and my palms stopped sweating, started winning. Bankroll was comfortable, but here, week 18, knowing how bad I am historically in week 18 and not making moves, I just feel my palms drip as you make your moves.